great googly moogly. If you're looking at this, my cat scratched me. It's not anything else, so don't worry about it. I was playing Super Mario Odyssey and beat the game. It's really easy, but that's okay. Mario's never been too difficult, even the first one, back in 1985. It was made in 1985. I didn't play it in 1985. I was born in 1984, so I would have had a tough time holding the controller at the time. I mean, people say Mario Odyssey is easy, but yeah. Most games are these days. Except Dark Souls. Even that's kind of easy if you're used to older Nintendo games. Because in Dark Souls, if you die, you don't restart the whole area. You just go back to the last bonfire. And you can teleport to different bonfires too. It's not like a Ninja Gaiden, where if you die too many times, you have to start the whole game over. Just think if you had to restart Dark Souls all over again if you died too many times. You'd be pissed. But people think that's what difficulty is. Like if you die a lot, well, just start the whole game over. That just pads out the length of the game. Yeah. Mario did that with lives, though. I think. Actually, I'm not sure what lives do in Mario, because I've never run out of them because the game's so easy. It's really weird, like Mario 64 and afterwards, because they had lives, but if you shut the game off and turn it back on, you go back to like 3 or 4 lives, so what's the point of the live system? And they finally realized that, and they just left it out. Now in Mario Odyssey, when you die, you just lose 10 coins. And it's very easy to get your coins back. It's actually like Dark Souls, where you die, you leave your souls behind. With Mario, if you die, you'll leave your coins behind. However, most of the time you're gonna die by falling into a pit, so you can't get your coins back. But there's coins all over the place, and they come back all this. They come back for any reason the game can come up with. If you go into a pipe or a door, all the coins are back. If you go into the Odyssey, your coins are back. If you go into the Cap Store, your coins are back. It's very easy to get coins. So I'm not really sure what the point of the 10 coin thing is anyway. Because it's so easy to get them back, like instantly. It's not like Dark Souls, where you have a billion souls, you can't spend them until you get to the next, until you can spend them on stat upgrades that don't matter, because it doesn't really matter. But you can lose them, and it's like, oh gee, that's 10 million years worth of work. Sucks. Not Mario Odyssey. And of course the coins are only for buying stuff from the Cap Store. So it really doesn't matter for that, unless you like wearing Mario outfits like I do. I like the 2D sections of Mario Odyssey. I wish there were more. Maybe they'll make a Mario Maker for the Switch. That'd be cool. I bet you guys like the 2D sections in the new Mario. Oh, I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins as well. Whoever designed the areas in that game thought they were making a completely different game. Because they have like all these secret ways into outposts and things. But then they like just put holes in fences that you can just walk through. And of course you could just climb over the wall. And that doesn't and like they can't see you. Nobody can see you. Like if they're farther than 10 feet away, they can't see you. So I'm not sure what they were thinking. Like why couldn't the people designing the areas and the people who were making the gameplay, why couldn't they talk to each other? Why did they just assume what was happening? They just assumed, like the people designing the areas assumed, okay, it's going to be really hard to get into these places. And then the people who were making the gameplay said, okay, they're going to put tons of guards everywhere. So let's reduce the awareness area for them. They can't see more than 10 feet away. and it takes them 10 years to actually see you when they do see you. Oh, I'm gonna wipe something off. I hope that's better. Actually, that's worse. Oh well. I guess in something like Fallout 4, the people who make the gameplay are the same people that design the levels. Or so I heard. Actually, I just made that up. But in there, like, the levels are actually designed around your player's capabilities. In Assassin's Creed Origins, maybe they thought they were making a Metal Gear Solid game, or maybe that map is from Metal Gear Solid, and then they just brought it in for Assassin's Creed. Like Konami sold it off, and Ubisoft said, "Sure, we'll take that map." It's really weird. If I were to design, I wouldn't have made Assassin's Creed Origins the same way they did. They changed the combat. I don't know why. I don't know exactly what it was supposed to do, because it's really easy. Like, I guess instead of, they didn't think, well, what would be a fun way to do combat? They thought, what would people think would look difficult in ads? And then they did that. They just made Dark Souls. Except they made it super easy. What I found out is that if you are on a horse, nothing can hit you most of the time. You can literally just run past and go roof with your weapon and go roof with your weapon. Sometimes they have arrows. Most of the time they don't. I don't know why. Because it's not because you can tell if they have a bow and arrow. You cannot tell if they have a bow and arrow until they pull one out. So I have no idea what causes them to have it or not have it sometimes. Most of the time they don't have one. So you can just run past them and hit them with your weapon. Run past them again, hit them with their weapon. It seems more often than not, if they're on a horse, they'll have it. If they're on the ground, they won't, even if they have it while they're on the horse. I guess they drop it until they get back on the horse and they have it again. It's kind of weird. I would have come up with a fun combat system rather than trying to copy Dark Souls. Like I know everybody's been using Batman, including Assassin's Creed. They've been copying that. They should have said, well, the Batman stuff is fun not because it's easy. It's fun because you have to play it as, like, you have to hit things at the correct time, and then you have to hit buttons and stuff like that. They could have made something like that where you, again, or like made it different. You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, just a couple minutes. Like if I were a game designer, I'd probably sit down and say, what could I do, and take a while to think it up. But they just copied Dark Souls and said, nah, we'll just make it like 10 times easier. And that's our combat system. I guess it looks okay too. I just find Assassin's Creed Origins to be, there's something very interesting. In Mario Odyssey, most of the time you're going to get killed by jumping into a pit. And in Assassin's Creed Origins, most of the time you're going to die because your dude decided he's not going to jump and he's just going to stand in one spot and let himself get killed by some enemy that walks by. And then you see, so what happens in the game is that if, I have no idea where I was going with that, so don't worry about it. What happens is there's a level system, and what the level system does is it's there for the sole purpose of keeping you from going to certain areas. If an enemy is a certain level above you, they'll have a skull on them and they instantly kill you. There's nothing you can do about it. So you just can't go there. Like, I guess you can get around them, but most of the time, there's no reason to go there anyway. All the outposts have the same thing, just a loot box. and a commander and a captain. You kill them, and that's it. I guess Mario Odyssey is better.